Do you have a pile of crusty, hooked, paint-caked brushes? Well, we're fixing them today. These guys have seen better days, caked in acrylic paint, crusted up with PVA glue, and a couple of them are an unholy combo of both. If your brush bucket looks anything like this pile of regret, stick around, because we're going to bring every single one of these back from the dead. What's up, mini crafters? Today we're going to be talking about a topic that does not get nearly enough love, and that's cleaning your synthetic brushes the right way. And not just a quick rinse and calling it good. I'm talking full resurrection, hook tips and all. I'm a big fan of synthetic brushes. They've got a nice, firm, bouncy feel. They're fantastic workhorses for day-to-day hobby painting, and best of all, they're cheap. But that affordability comes with a trade-off, because they're prone to staining, warping, and fraying way faster than natural hair brushes. And it doesn't take much. A few sessions of not rinsing your brushes properly between colors, letting paint dry up near the ferrule, and suddenly your nice pointed brush looks like it's lost a fight. But the good news is, this is almost completely fixable, and it's way cheaper than replacing your whole brush collection every few months. The first step, grab a drop of dish soap and gently work that into the bristles of each brush. Just a small amount. We're not trying to lather up any bubble bath here. Set those aside while we get the real cleaning solution ready. And this is the part that most people actually mess up. They use boiling water to help try to clean their brushes out, which in theory might work, but this can actually destroy your brushes by melting the glue that is holding the brush hairs into the ferrule of the brush. This can cause the hairs to come off on your minis as you paint. And by the way, the ferrule is that little metal bit that's holding everything together, and it's usually where the worst of the dried paint is hiding. The solution that I have found for this is to use the hottest tap water that you can get. Pour that into a high-sided, heat-safe container. We're trying to find something that has some height to it so that you don't accidentally knock over your cup and splash scalding water on yourself. And if the water starts to cool down too quickly, you may just need to empty it out and refill it with the hot water again. Next, add the scientific measurement of 1 glug of vinegar to that hot water. Vinegar is acidic enough to break down the dried acrylic grime, but it's not going to wreck your bristles like some of the harsher brush cleaners out there. One brush at a time, dip it into the water and swish it around at the bottom of the container. You're going to start to see that paint loosen up almost immediately. Now, you don't have to mash the bristles into the bottom of your cup, but I like to swipe it around the bottom to really let the water-vinegar mixture get all up in the bristles and the ferrule. After a few seconds, you're going to pull the brush out and wipe it on a rag. You can use cotton, microfiber, an old t-shirt, it doesn't really matter. Just don't jam the tip of the brush down into the rag. You want to roll the brush instead and really focus on the area right where the bristles meet the ferrule. If it's still stiff, stained, or crusty, just give it another dip and repeat the process again. And that's genuinely it. This is the cheapest, most effective way that I have found to strip dried acrylic out of the synthetic bristles without using some harsh chemicals or a brush cleaner that's expensive and something that might damage the brushes that you're trying to save. Now, getting the paint on is one thing, but a lot of you, like me, are dealing with brushes that have lost their point entirely. Either it's a hook tip or splayed bristles or something. And we can fix that too, and the secret ingredient is sitting in your bathroom right now. And it's matte hair clay. And I know it's weird, especially since I'm bald, but it actually makes sense if you think about it. This stuff is made to hold hair in a shape and rinse out with clean water, which is exactly what we're trying to do here. One note I have is you want to be sure to stay away from anything that's greasy, slick, or wet looking. You specifically want a matte, water-soluble clay. Dab a tiny amount of that onto your fingers. Like, seriously, a tiny bit goes a long way here, so don't overdo it. You're going to work that clay into the bristles and then shape the brush back into a point in the crease of your palm like this. Once you get the shape how you want it, set it aside and let it sit overnight. The next day, the bristles will feel stiff and maybe almost crunchy. So before you go to use it, give it a quick rinse in some clean water and the clay will wash right out and it's going to leave those bristles trained right back to that nice point. Now, going through this process, you might run into a few brushes that just are not coming back. Maybe they've lost their tip for good, or they're fraying so badly that no amount of clay is fixing the shape. That's okay. There's actually no such thing as a useless paintbrush in this hobby. You just lost your base coating brush? Congrats, you just gained a dry brush. Even a totally mangled brush can still be trimmed way down and repurposed with scissors for stippling, perfect for adding texture or battle damaged effects to your minis. So before you toss one in the trash, ask yourself what job it could still do for you. A demoted brush is still a working brush. And just like that, an entire pile of brushes that I was about to give up on are back in fighting shape. Is this how you clean your synthetic brushes? Is there a trick that I don't know about? Drop a comment down below letting me know how you clean your brushes. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with a hobby nerd friend who definitely needs to clean their brushes today. I'll have my favorite synthetic brushes, the matte hair clay I used in this video, and some other hobby tools linked down below in the description if you want to check those out. Those give a little extra kickback to the channel at no extra cost to you. Until next time, keep on crafting.